Hello everyone and welcome to another Pyro Gaming video. There's some Destiny 2 news to talk about. Let's go ahead and jump right in. To kick things off, let's go ahead and talk about the raid layer, which releases today, at the day that you're watching this video, which is December 8th, 2017. The raid layer will go live at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That is going to be 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and for those of you in London in the UK, that is going to be around 6 p.m. Now, Bungie originally said that they will not be tracking World's First raid completion, although now, according to Deej on Bungie, the entire raid team will be watching for the World's First completion of the new raid layer challenge. Now, the raid layer, if you're not aware, is going to be essentially a miniature version of the raid that takes place on the Leviathan, the same place that the current Leviathan raid takes place. Go figure, Leviathan raid on Leviathan. But nonetheless, if I had to guess, I would say that this is going to be somewhere between the challenge levels of a Nightfall and I would say probably Crota from Destiny 1, because it's going to be a miniature raid, and that's essentially what Crota was. But nonetheless, we will see in a few hours from uploading this video, because like I said, the raid layer goes live today. And speaking of things that are going live today, in somewhat of a surprise move, Bungie has said that Trials of the Nine will be live this weekend. Now, for those of you who are unaware, the new Prometheus Lens exotic trace rifle that is similar to Coldheart but does solar damage shipped with a bug, and Bungie has acknowledged this bug, saying that it does more damage than intended in the Crucible. And its time to kill in the Crucible is similar to that of, say, Call of Duty. Its time to kill is insanely fast. So for those of you who have it, Trials of the Nine will be live this weekend. So if you've never gone flawless, this might be your best chance to have it, because it's still a pretty rare exotic. Not a lot of people are using it today. Now, some good news on that front is that Bungie did acknowledge in their latest weekly blog post that Prometheus Lens has a nerf incoming, and it's looking like we will get that nerf on December 12th with the December update that will bring some more changes, which is a great segue to go ahead and talk about that update. Now, in addition to a bug fix for the Prometheus Lens, the December 12th update will also bring Season 2's first faction rally. Faction rallies, of course, are when Dead Orbit, Future Warcult, and New Monarchy come to the tower, offer up their rewards, their armor, and this time they will be bringing some ships and some new emblems with them as well, different from Season 1, although in Season 1 they didn't have ships at all, but I mean the emblems. Don't give me shit about it, guys. Jesus Christ, let's move on. Why are we still talking about it? But anyway, the faction rally will come and will also bring new ornaments for Season 2. Ornaments will be applied to existing Season 1 gear, and yes, the Season 1 gear will still be available to earn, and by completing challenges, you will unlock ornaments for that gear to give it a distinct Season 2 look. Now, you can actually preview these ornaments right now in-game before the December 12th update by simply going to the gear that you got from the faction in Season 1 and going over and inspecting the ornament. Now, most of these ornaments don't really do much to the actual shape and design of the armor, and instead, pretty much all they do is kind of give it a different paint job and a different color scheme, a different layout for the paint, if you will. Kind of underwhelming, but still, it will be nice to be able to differentiate Season 1 armor from Season 2 armor, even though you will still be able to earn Season 1 armor, so it kind of makes the Season 1 armor useless, or not really cool, or anything. But yeah, So moving on, the December 12th update will also bring the addition of Masterworks. Now, Masterworks will be a new thing for your weapons that will display the amount of kills that you have in either PvE and PvP combined, or solely in PvP. Additionally, the Masterwork system will also allow your weapon to generate orbs not only for your allies, but also for you. This will be the first time in Destiny history that you will be able to generate orbs and actually pick up orbs that you generate. You do this by getting double kills with a Masterwork weapon. Masterwork weapons will also allow your weapon to do things like reload faster, or have increased stability, or other stat bonuses that will be selected from a small pool of bonuses. Now, it is worth noting that these will be rerollable, meaning if you get a weapon or, a Masterwork mod that you don't particularly care for, you can always dismantle it and apply a new one to it, similar to armor mods. Bungie has stated that they have future plans of extending the Masterwork system and making it more user-friendly and unique. Masterwork mods will drop with a very high chance in in-game activities like the Raid and Trials of the Nine, but you can also get them from just standard legendaries as long as your character is over 260 power. So that means that the Cryptarch, who now sells legendary engrams for, I believe it's 25 legendary shards apiece, will be able to drop Masterwork mods. So if you have a ton of legendary shards, you can get a ton of Masterwork mods, potentially. And speaking of spending legendary shards, because let's be honest, we all have a ton of them saved up, starting on December 12th, faction armor and weapons will be unlocked for purchase for legendary shards and faction tokens on most faction vendors. All 5 armor sets will always be present, and weapons will rotate weekly on factions that have them. That means that there will be a handful of weapons and every bit of armor each week, and each week we will get a reset. Slots will be unlocked by claiming reward engrams from the respective faction. You will get credit for engrams you may have already claimed since launch. So that means it's going to be backdated, and it's not going to start counting the engrams that you turn in on December 12th. So if you've already got Vanguard to, say, rank 67 trying to get that hand cannon, then more than likely you're going to be able to purchase all the shit that he's selling, because I can't imagine it goes higher than 30. Of course, that's just speculation on my end, so don't hold me to it. Some more changes occurring on the December 12th update is Xur. Xur has some new offerings for players collecting exotics. Every week, you'll be able to acquire one of the new faded engrams using legendary shards that will decrypt as exotics that are not currently in your collection. Now, that is a pretty big deal, because let's be honest, there is a major problem with exotics dropping duplicates in this game right now. Now, Bungie has already said that the little patch that's going to reduce the amount of duplicate exotics that you're going to get will not be available until the new year, i.e. the January update. So purchasing these faded engrams for what it looks like is going to be 97 shards, and you will only be able to buy 1 a week, is a good fix in the interim. You'll be able to go to Xur on the weekend and purchase one of these faded engrams and be guaranteed an exotic that you have not already gotten. In addition to that, Xur will also be selling a simpler 3 of coins that boost exotic drop rates from any source for 4 hours, so kind of like a Fireteam medallion but for exotics. But no obscure stacking mechanics or need to reapply before every boss. These cost legendary shards, and you can have as many as you like. And the last things that I'm going to leave you guys with is that Commander Zavala and Lord Shaxx will sell gift consumables for legendary shards that can be used during a Strike or Crucible match that will serve the following functions. Grants bonus rewards to everybody in the activity upon completion, friend or foe alike, and they will award anything from faction tokens to a round of exotics for everyone in the match. Now, this includes people that do not actually pop one of those, so let's say that you're in a fire team of 3, you only need to use 1 of these gift consumables for everybody in your fire team to potentially get an exotic. And another thing that we know is coming on December 12th is going to be a Sandbox update that is going to tune some weapons, probably nerf some, probably bring some exotics up. Bungie hasn't really gone into detail about what these Sandbox changes are going to be, and honestly, they probably won't until you read the patch notes after the update goes live on December 12th at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That being said, I would expect that some of your favorite weapons are probably going to get taken down a little bit, and some of the weapons that you never use are probably going to be brought up a little bit. Bungie likes to spin the wheel of weapons and make one weapon OP while making the rest trash, and that's what I would expect they'd do again. But that's going to bring this video to an end, guys. If you enjoyed it, click like. If you're new to the channel, click subscribe, and if you're already subscribed, I fucking love you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and take care.